Melinda Capp back with Melinda Capp Homes. Thanks for joining me. This is my channel. If it's your first time, be sure and subscribe, like, and comment. On my channel, I talk about tips and tricks of real estate, but today we're going to be doing some cooking. Just because we're sheltering in place, I figured we'd mix it up a bit and get you guys in the kitchen. Here are a few tips that you need before starting. Definitely an apron. Be sure and get that on. A hair tie, because you know you start off pretty, but you're going to want to get that hair up. A garbage bowl, and the most important, a glass of wine. So for the zucchini bread, obviously you need zucchini. It's going to be 1 cup. So what I like to do is just chop it in my Cuisinart because it makes it super, super easy and simple to do. And simple as that. Then what you want to do is take it out, put it in a towel so it dries, and just set that aside and let it sit. So now we need 4 eggs. And I have brown and I have white. And I bet you're wondering which one I prefer. Well, I'll tell you what. But I usually use white, but the grocery store was out of white, so they gave me brown. So now we're just gonna do brown today. So 4 eggs. All right, twist that up. To the eggs, you wanna add 2 cups of sugar. Get that all mixed good. To this, you want to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla and a 1/4 cup of oil. So that is it for your wet ingredients. Now you're going to want to start on your dry ingredients, and we'll get to that right now. Okay, for the dry ingredients, you want 3 cups of flour. I do have whole wheat flour because I try to eat healthy for my family. So I'm adding whole wheat flour this time. 3 cups into the bowl. And then we want 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then in here, I have 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So put that in. And then we will mix all of this up until it's just combined. Okay, now we'll put all of our wet ingredients in. And now the zucchini. Get all of that in. And now you just want to combine it until all the wet ingredients are together, and then we'll plop it in the oven. Now we want to plop this in a 350 oven for 40 to 50 minutes. So next we are going to make homemade ice cream in a mason jar, and we can thank my daughter Kaylee for this one. She found the recipe. So what we do is we add 1 cup heavy whipping cream, 2 tablespoons sweetener, so you can add regular sugar, stevia, whatever your choice is. And then today we're going to add orange extract instead of vanilla, and you can use anything you want. Here's 1 teaspoon orange. You can also add cocoa powder to this to make it chocolate. So you put the lid on it, you shake it really good, and then we put it in the freezer. How long do we put it in the freezer for, Kaylee?
Till it's frozen.
gonna make ricotta fritters with honey. And the first thing we do into a bowl is we want to add 5 eggs, preferably without the shell. And the eggs are better at room temperature, so you might want to get that shell out. One trick that I learned is you put the shell in there and it scoops it right out. Apparently I can't count because I have an extra egg. All right, so in there we want to put a whole tub of fresh ricotta cheese, and that is actually 1 pound. And we're going to give that a little whisk. Plug it in again. We're going to turn that down low, and we are going to add 3 cups of flour. Very, very slowly, or you will have a nice powder of dust all over your kitchen. 4 tablespoons of softened butter. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 2 tablespoons of orange or lemon zest. I happen to have an orange in the house, so I am doing orange zest. And that's all there is to it. You let it blend a little bit, and then we are going to cover it, put it in a corner, and let it rest for 2 to 3 hours before we fry them.
3 hours later.
So now we're taking the ricotta fritters. Now they've been resting and puffing for a couple of hours. We're gonna plop them in the oil. We're gonna fry them up. Fresh honey, because we have beehives, because that's how we roll. So we put a little bit of that over the fritters. Let's taste it and see how it is. They're yummy. Now we are gonna make artichokes, which I'm sure everybody has done. I've already washed these, cut the stem off, and I like to cut the top off. I don't know why, I just saw it someplace, so I've always done it. I've got my artichokes in here. I'm just gonna add water, a little bit of salt to season it, and just let it boil until it's kind of al dente. Because what I'm gonna do at the end is I'm gonna stick it on the barbecue and then put some seasoning on it. So we'll get that going. Okay, here's the sauce that I use to dip the artichokes in, and it's totally just a guessing game. I do it different every time, but essentially the base is a little bit of mayonnaise, and then I add some Worcestershire sauce, and then I like creamy horseradish. It gives it a nice kick, but it's not too spicy. And it just depends on who's coming over as to how much I put in it. If it's just my husband and I, we like it spicy, so I put a lot in. And then the Montreal seasoning. So I get that in there. It gives it a good crunch. And I mix it all together and just see the consistency. If it's too watery, I just add a little bit of more mayo. If it's too thick, I add a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. So this one looks pretty good. So I just let it sit, marinate with, get all the spices mixed in, and then we'll have our sauce. And this is how we finish off the artichokes. Put them on the grill, get them nice and charred. Looking good. And then they're ready for that dip. Enjoy.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I post new videos each Tuesday, so if you like this one and want to check out more, subscribe to the channel, like it, share it, and comment. I'd love to hear from you and if there's anything else that you want to see. Till next time.
We forgot the oil! you can get it going. Take 2. Baking is hard. I don't know how Trisha Yearwood does this. Why does Jacob have to talk while I'm in the middle of a video?
Okay.